Okay, guys, good morning. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching doing the market preview for 12/4/25. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into this. Before I do the chart, I just want to show how this works. Well, I'll let everyone jump in real quick and we'll do the levels. Okay, so let's just get the levels done real quick. NQ hourly. Why do I not have my hourly chart? There it is. Okay, quite clearly, the first thing you can see, this has become mega resistance. This 25,685 up here has become mega resistance. That is a big block. Okay, this is a big block. Okay, and obviously the balance area is quite easy to see. It's 25,685 to 25,440. We need underneath 25,400 to make any retest of the areas lower. We need to get above 25,731 to go up. And in between is just balance and chop, right? We're just consolidating within that on the hourly. Okay, so if you look, the high moves slightly. So I'm just going to move this to reconstruct it. We have a marginally higher high. Go right there. There's the Globex high. Here is, here, let's do these, rearranging the Titanic here. I believe this is the first hour point of control, but I'll make sure. 1800, that means that's 1700. That is green, so I've got it in the right place. This is 2 a.m. Point of control is in the exact same place 2 days in a row. So 25,650 has become it's got to be the point of control of this whole strip, right? And then this is no longer the high point of control. The high point of control is right up here. Okay, so 25,688 is the high point of control. Asia and London are in the same place. So in order to go lower, you got to be trading below 25,650, right? And in order to get higher, you have to get above the highest point of control from the Globex session, which is obviously Globex high, but you want to hold above 25,688. Yesterday's low is moved, so we take this, take this. Oh, I take it back. There's yesterday's low. And then this, so we're just rearranging chairs on the Titanic. Tuesday's low, Wednesday's 24-hour low. So obviously to go lower, we're going to have to get below 25,414. And this 25,450 is the point of control from the first hour dump going into yesterday. Everything in between here can be easily traded through, right? Why? Easily traded through, easily traded through, easily traded through. Be patient in there. Be picking how you pick your trades because the market's already advertising, hey, we trade for free. This is a flat, so this is your flagpole. This is your flag right here. You would look for an upside break and continuation to 25,731 to 25,787 or higher, right? Obviously, an impulse move below Globex low opens us up to re-auctioning the bottom end, and buyers are in overall control. It would seem logical to hit new highs, but that's a prediction and not what the market's showing us in front of us. I don't have, that's the chart for today. So that ends up looking like, oh, and Globex low moves up. Unless we get dive bombed by Microsoft again today. And it looks like that. So it ends up being Globex low. And you can sweep this whole area back below. And let's see. Where's prior day's low? Why do I have these marked off? I should not have these marked off. Those were old. That's why I have them marked off. There, so just a big, fat, wide space. And if I was going to draw a zone, and I didn't want to get specifics, I would actually draw the zone from up here at 25,500. But that means we're going to end up with a 80 to 90 point, 100 point zone in here. So really anything underneath this level right here, 25,500, becomes, there'll be responsive buyers looking for it. I'm going to land on where the point of control was. You can, if you want to mark off an additional point of control, that's yesterday's low. Excuse me, that's a naked point of control. You're just going to put notes. It's not a critical one. It's just a point of control that we could respond off of, right? So I look for them when we get down there. There's nothing else down there to mark off, okay? I don't have anything else. You can see there's a little cluster of points of control here, going from here, right, 25,475 up to 25,511. So I would look for a response in this general area, but again, it's been sweeping all the way down to the bottom. So I'm aware of it, but I'm not banking on it, that we're going to get a reversal there. So let me post that. Okay, and then let's do ES really quick. Similar picture. So here's NQ. Where's ES? I'll do ES later. Let's not worry about it. Almost everyone's trading NQ. Okay. Okay. So next. The algo. Okay. First, let's go through the settings. Can everyone hear me, guys? Mic check. Mic check. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the settings. So go open up. You know where to go. I would suggest, I'm running mine on 20, right? You can run yours however you want. I would suggest you start off with 6 and work your way up so you can learn how it works. Or 10 is fine. I think 10 is fine as well. Okay, so I have it starting trading at 9:03, ending at 2:30. Okay, and I'm running it in a more conservative fashion. Okay, so the way this works is the break-even mode is distance from bar close. And when it goes 7 points, the stop goes to -10. I'm going to change this, but that's the way it is right now, and it works the way it is right now. Okay, 7 minus 10. Step 2 is when it goes to 15 points, the break even goes to 0. Okay, now the more conservative way, the more aggressive way is just to leave a 20-point stop underneath, but your P&L is going to swing much more widely. Okay, much more widely. Okay, so this is just, it's got to go or it doesn't go, and I take a small loss. Is how that's set up. Okay, you should change your trade size. So the stop mode is 24 points initially, right? You should, I will probably change mine after today to just a 24-point stop. I'm pretty comfortable with the stop. Okay, but for now, that's where it sits. Stop mode's 24 points. Okay, OCO 1, I have 10 contracts. You should probably flip that to 3 contracts, exit, and then whatever exit you want, but I'm starting with 10, 3 more at 15, and then 4 at 30. You can change it to whatever combination you want. That comes out to 10, okay? And you get your biggest scale at your largest exit. Okay, you can break it down into different groups. You have 6 groups there, so however you want to do it is fine. Okay, and then this is important. If you are not trading in the same window, you're just going to let it run. You need to have perform order checking set to type 2. Should be mode 2 on this. Okay, I'm not doing that because I trade inside the same chart book. So, but if you don't, trade in that same chart book, mode 2, okay? Now I'm going to show you how it's going to run, okay? And I'm going to show you the major difference. Over here, the reason this is set to fire only over the 100 is Tuesday, okay? If I run it on Tuesday, see here how it runs up and then it starts taking the stops. So this is stop 1. But on Tuesday, I take 5 more stops right behind it because it's not getting enough lift to turn. Okay, so it obviously doesn't take any trades below the 100, and that's where it starts taking trades again, and it does quite well and ends up getting paid nicely for the day. Okay, that's how it works. I'm going to run yesterday so you can see what it looks like. Okay, just take a minute. Won't take us a long time, and you can see the execution in real time. So here's Wednesday. We're going to run over to 9 o'clock. You're going to take a stop on 8:30, 38, 9 o'clock. Nice. Thank you, Ed. This will take 4 minutes. Okay. There's stop 1. Okay, so you can see on mine, I'm going to start off the day minus 900 smackaroos, right? That's 20 contracts, right? 20 is a full 24-point stop. I'm going to change that so that if it doesn't get, I'm going to change that stop so that it's a 1 bar down stop instead of a 24-point stop until it gets the next bar up, and then it'll revert to a 24-point stop. But you can see it does all right. I'm down to 50 now. So on 10, you'd be down about 130. I'm up 122 now. But it's only going to take it above the 100. Okay. It's the 1 bar stuff that I have to fix, and I'm pretty sure I have a way of doing it. I just got to go and mathematically make sure it doesn't take me out of every other trade if it wicks back within that bar. 1402. And again, it's diamond down. It's looking for the diamond and then the circle up above the 100. Okay, that's the trigger series. So that's the other one that see that immediate stop when it's a 1 bar stuff. That's what I've got to fix. And so I've just got to go through and keep playing with the stop. And I think I'm going to start with a 15-point stop that's going to expand to a 24-point stop if it doesn't get it. And at 7 points, the stop will go from like minus 15 to minus 20, minus 7 to minus 15 points to minus 24 points. And then I'll do the trail up after that. But you can see it's doing it gets extensions. It's doing okay. I think there's one more trade in here or 2 more trades. Oh, I take it back. This is going to be 1292 with a 7-point stop. Well, let's see where this goes. Hold on a second. This is what day? Wednesday? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. 1292. If I rerun that, I apologize. If I rerun that with just 24-point stop, um, with no um, with no move to break even, it does 2,000. So I misquoted myself. I was 3,000. It does 2,000 yesterday if I don't move the stop up. But the volatility within the P&L is much higher. Okay. So that's how that works. So I apologize. I misquoted myself. I'm sorry. I did a lot of work on it. So to reiterate, I'm going to stop this now. So to reiterate, if you do not use a move to break even, it made $2,000, but the swing in the P&L was larger. If you use it the way I have it staggered right now, you get a smaller P&L, but you have less volatility in your capital. So you got to decide who you are. If you need help adjusting it, just message me and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. But in my accounts that don't have drawdown restrictions, meaning if there's any apexes that, whether they don't have drawdown anymore or or I don't have to worry about the drawdown. Like in my cash account, I have max drawdown, but that's it. I'm probably just going to run it with a 24-point stop and leave it at that, right? And the reason for that is I want bigger P&L, okay? And I'm more aggressive. And what I will probably do is also add a larger and larger extension on that. So you can see here in this situation, if we had been running, you would have had the um, diamond down in here somewhere. There's a diamond down. I don't know exactly where it is. Diamond down, trade one, trade two, and off it goes and runs, right? So that's last night. That's how the algo works. It's tested very well, and we've removed the part where it gets hammered, right? So it still will take stops. It doesn't get hammered. So that being said, and we'll see how it does today. Starts at 9:03. Okay, you want to start it earlier. You already know how to do it. The over and under did fine yesterday, made $246 on 10 micros. And this one did $1,000 over or under. Just took it anywhere. And I'll continue testing that. And make sure I have it on different sims. Sim 35, Sim 38, Sim 33, and Sim 19. Perfect. Let's get to business now. Okay. So what am I looking for today? Okay, I'm going to go back to the same thing. If I enter a trade, it is probably going to be on a circle, right? Are there other trades that work? There are. I'm trying to simplify it for y'all so you don't get locked down in decision paralysis, right? So I'm going to address the first question. Ed asked about these stuffs over here. I have not focused on the stuff because I'm trying to limit it. It does work, okay? It doesn't. The problem is the same problem is if you're in hard trend up and you get stuffed. So let's go to another day so we just don't cherry pick yesterday. Here we'll use this day, whatever this is, 11/14. It's a Friday. Okay. So in general, it does work, Ed. I have not had it programmed or thoroughly tested. Ed, can you hear me? Are you still in the room? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Either way, I'll cover it. Okay. So I'm trying to find where the stuffs. So stuffed, right? So the other thing you can use is stuffed algo up still, right? Is a valid potential trade. Um, let's see if we can find a few more examples. Stuffed rolls down. I'd probably prefer an algo off of it more than just trading it because it's stuffed, right? The whole point of that circle over the circle deal. So I guess going back to Ed's question, what I would like on that is an algo so that I know it's accelerating away from the point that I'm using it. Let me explain that. So if this gets stuffed, I would like to see an algo come underneath so I know I can wait and let it run. I guess that would be the way I would describe how I would trade it. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is if I take this, I'll be constantly on nerve alert, trying to figure out when it's going to rip and when it's not. Like this, I would think would be pretty good. Again, I've done zero testing on this idea. I haven't tested it enough to answer the question, Ed. But my instinct tells me if I get this, right, I need the bar to close completely above, would be my guess. But I don't have enough data to tell you. Again, I think it's easiest when it just does this down, this up, and I know I've got the momentum or the potential for the momentum right away. So we'll have to play with it and get the answer. I wish I had a better answer. I don't. I wish I had a better answer. I don't. So my guess is, and my other guess is this, if you get this, as soon as you get a point of control below, you are probably in business for the roll to the downside. Your stop probably needs to be that apex, right? I really like it when we just do this. Like everyone's life is happier, mine in particular, because I can put on size on that trade. So, does that help? My goal for today is to make a little bit of money and get out. Just stack them up, stack them up. I'm going to remind everyone really quickly. $4,000 a day, $1 million a year, 2,000, half a million, 1,000, quarter million, 500, $125,000 a year if you average it out, right? I know not every day is profitable. I get that, right? But you can average out to 300 to 500. I don't think there's a person in this room who couldn't do that just following the algo properly. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I don't know. I don't know what else to say outside of that. And there's not much more to add. We know where the support resistance lines are. We know what we have to be under, and we know what we have to be over in order to make money. And let's see, we have 9 o'clock, U.S. durable goods revised. And then we have Trump meets African leaders all day, 10 o'clock. Fed Bowman speaks at 11. That's all I got. I think we've got all the pieces we need we're over the high point of control from overnight off the hourly. That's at 25,688. I would expect a response out of there if we test it in the morning. And we have ES obviously looking good. I mean, we're in an up market. It's grinding up they flipped the scenario. So I don't know what else to say beyond that. So I'm opening the floor to questions. If anyone has one, go, because I don't have anything else.
Left, and if you go to
All you have to do is wait for your setup. Check the PA, make sure you're comfortable in the rotation size, right? Skipping the first half hour helps a lot, right? Jason had a pretty good day. Jason's doing pretty good job. Oh, 50 tick. I forgot to mention it, right? So quite straightforward, right? I want to see, I want to trap off of a major level, right? That's what I want. I want to trap off a major level. So what I would be doing every day, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to describe this. What I would be doing every day is, first of all, I'd go look when you get the dots on the turn on the 24 tick, and particularly when it's in its own direction of its 50 tick. Sorry, wow, ADD, 40 tick. When that 40 tick gets trending, that thing's pretty powerful. Like, look, since overnight, since yesterday, right? This is when we got over the 100 and 200, right? Look at the turns. First or second bar, bar here, bar here, bar here, all day long, bar here, all day long. It's a big stop. I'm not going to say it's not. Just cut your trade size, right? It's a big stop. Look when we were underneath, right? Look when we were underneath. Bar down. These are 40 tick bars. It's a big extension, right? Bar down, right? I think, did you get a stop anywhere? You didn't. It's a really good lead in, and I'd be watching it. Same rules. And look above. There's 6:30 in the morning, right? That's a 40 tick bar. But all of them, even from a scalping perspective, went to profitability. The stop is 30 points. Nobody likes it, particularly me, right? But if you go back and look at it, that is a turn bar. If you go back and look at it, when it's above the 100 and above the 200 and you get the turn bar, there you go. Here's a stop. Got to find one. I'm trying to see if there's anywhere else. Above, I'd say that's a stop. And that's it. You didn't get much else. They're good, right? And I'll be watching for the traps on the higher time frames, and we'll just see how we'll see how we go from there. And that's all I've got. It'd be cool if they would actually test in that 88 and give an algo up if you're willing to trade at 8:30 in the morning for a shot at upside breakout of that 25,731, and then we have the 9 a.m. econ. The first trade there, that's for the gamblers, right? And I'm going to be staying on process. I know it's boring, but it's just makes you money. It's good, right? Why would we mess with anything else? And I'll be right back to see how they open this thing. Right back. looks like we're going to start off with a bar right off our highest point of control. Obviously, Lubbock's highs moved up to 731. You can tell they're already like, hey, let's just front run it. That's off the 40 tick, by the way. Potential open drive lower there. Back to test inside. Oh, they smoked those guys who tried to grab the long early, didn't they? Open drive lower. Pretty cray. There's back into those points of control. Interesting. That's a different response. That's open drive lower, but NQ's only down 30. We're just sweeping the range. Man, just nutty openings the last 2 days. Under the 100, under the 200. Open drive lower as it gets. That's a 734 to 582. 150 off the open. Under the 100, under the 200, you're looking for yellow circles to the downside. Wow. Talk about the head fake. Again, with the steep selling off the open. Same thing on ES. ES is just over on the 8 tick. I don't free fall catch this stuff. Man, crazy how fast they whip that around. Like the V-shaped thing is just nutty. Look at that. Right back into the range. No sellers. From no buyer to no seller. Just every day. It's just weird. Look at that shit. Wow. Dot down gave it to you right off the 200. You were remotely fast enough to catch that. Well, I guess you had time to test it back up into it. Circle down on the 40 tick. And that's a 30-point stop if you're attempting that trade, right? 30. And it's not under both the 100 and 200, it's just underneath the 100. Another, again, you'll see on the hourly, we're just sweeping the range. Sweeping the range, sweeping the range. It's no one wants to defend that area for whatever reason. Orange dot down on the second bar down. I'm just going to keep pointing them out so you can keep track of how they're trading. And again, we're only in the first 8 minutes of the day. And we're at Globex low, which is 25,600. Dot down again. I'm just showing the relationships. I didn't take any of these trades, okay? Dot down, dot up above, dot down, dot up above. Okay, I didn't take any of this, so you don't have to say, hey, Simon, did you take it? I did not. Okay, heading back to the 25650 in the whack-a-mole world of NQ day trading. Orange dot down on the 50 on the turn, below the 100, not below the 200. You can see they're trapping in those same areas. Again, that bar is a 30-point stop, right? Keep that in mind. Again, this is your low seller on the 40 tick. You don't have a dot up to compete against them yet. Just stay calm, stay focused on process. We're not even turning on the algos yet. Dot up stuffed under the 100, under the 200. NQ is down 66. ES is flat on the day. That's the only one I diamond down, dot up. That would have stopped if the trader assist were turned on. It would have taken that without the 100 filter. Would have taken that and gotten stopped, or about to get stopped at least. Again, not running till after 9:03 a.m. I think we can relax a little bit here. We don't have to be the first one to the punch. Mexico's president is flying today to meet Trump in Washington on her socialist jet. And I'll be somewhere. Hold on 1 second. ES and NQ negative on the day. ES right on its 200 moving average for the 8 period. Down we go. That's open drive lower, trend down. Not much to beat on that. You don't have to do anything here. Just wait for it to trap back above Globex high at this point. Or come down and test down to that 24,800 or lower. And there's just nothing to fight over here. We're just sweeping that range. And the opens have been so challenging, I think, for a lot of people. But not for us. Just wait, wait, wait. Blue bar down. All the blue dots down are working just fine this morning. All the dots down, excuse me. Here. Here. Again, just don't fight against the trend. Pretty easy. I don't know where my 1 minute bar went. I'll have to, oh, I know where it is. Pushing up into the econ. Yellow bar down. Circle down. Pretty cool when it's in trend, huh? Not quite a new low of the day, but close. Here's Ivy low, initial 5-minute low. New low of the day. Got a dot on that attempted turn. Again, that's at the low, so I'm not so crazy about that. And right in front of Econ. One minute till Econ. Chop, chop. I don't know what they want to do. Other than trying to hold that low. Okay, well, we'll wait till they decide they want to do something interesting. Because this isn't interesting. Look at that. Weird. This, by the way, is called don't participate when they do that. Just wait till they're done. Double up, come back and test, whip around. And slow grind balance. Underneath Klobeck slow. Fun for the whole family. Oh, we're just at a standoff. Is someone waiting to speak? And it's weird that we got here and we were down, 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 get the econ, and then we just full halt. That's not our normal modus operandi. But I'm not above the 100, and I'm not above the 200. I know I'm looking for my little algos on the turn. And that's just painful price action right there. It's like, why bother? But your dots did lead the way. Back to test. Slow, big slow. First hour point of control is just below 25,600. white bar down, underneath. Second bar, not first bar, no yellow dot, no green dot up. You get underneath these guys, they'll tank. If they don't, they won't. Yellow dot down. Orange dot, I said yellow, but I meant orange. Now these guys cannot make up their mind what they want to do. But we are below Globex low. Logical test is down here. But look at them. Just slow down to the pace of the market because that's just going slow. We're obviously have to get underneath the first 5-minute IB there. There's attempt underneath. Peekaboo, see if there's any volume. I actually saw volume decline underneath that on the 1 minute, not increase. Attempt to save it. Can't get over 74. They'll squeeze it. They're looking underneath these two guys, three guys. Just stay patient. I'm saying that for much for myself as I am for you. Stay patient. We aren't doing anything. Look at ES. Chop, 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 chop. Right? Stay patient. You don't have to get hurt in this. This algo over here ain't going to do jack. Let's see. That one should have 0. It does. This one has $150 on the short. This one has, this one's slope period, and it's down 467. It's just diamond and pop the other way. green bar down on trend down underneath the 100, underneath the 200, etc., etc. No circle on that. Everyone doing all right besides being a little bored? Everyone's quiet, so I'm just checking in. It's all right to have days like this. We just don't need to lose money on them. That's all. Good. Flow is fine. Obviously building energy for a move. Got up, that made sense. Maybe make a run for Globex low. That first hour POC is unlikely to move, so I'm going to mark it off. If it does, I'll correct, or someone tell me if they see it shift. That's the first hour POC, 25,561. Blue dot down, right off the 100. Probably going right into that 6, whatever that is. 25,561 is my guess. Went right into that 61. They're trying to hold that first hour POC. Don't be overactive in this, guys. It's just chopping. Nobody knows which way they want to take it. That's the problem here. And that's why we're trading the way we're trading. It's literally telling you we're confused. Look at these 40 tick bars. They're all flipping on each other, right? There's no clarity here. Look at this chart when it's clear. It moves, right? It moves. This isn't moving. This is folding on top of each other. Relax. Just let it do what it's got to do. Actually, that would have fired on this one now. Is that the TP above 100, beta? Yeah, that would have fired. It got over the 100. That's why it's firing. So just FYI, if you don't like that trade, you can bail on it. I'll let it run. That should get its first scale. That should do scale 1. Yes, scale 1 is off. So I know when the market moves like this, I should not be actively scalping in and out of this market because I get smoked, right? It just doesn't go in enough of direction. Like if I'm visually looking at it outside of the machine doing the trade, right? If I visually look at this, I know I have a hard time with my manual trades. So I'm doing my everything I can. I'm pretty much moving my mouse away, it, the trading mouse, and my hands kind of folded within each other. So I don't go and say, oh, that looks short. Oh, that looks long. Because this just isn't my market to day trade with. It just isn't. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just not my market to manually day trade it, right? It's just ranging, and I don't want to be caught in ranging, right? That's why exactly why I have the algo to trade for me, okay? See this whole fold on itself back and forth thing just kills my trading personally. Like when it does this, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it with all my might. I hate it. It's no fun. It's not entertaining. It's not like, oh, I can make a lot of money here. I'm just going to have to survive getting chopped a million times. And I don't enjoy the PA. So whatever they're doing or whatever the market's doing, which is pretty much nothing, I'll just sit here and let it do it. I don't have to be involved one way or the other. So when I look at the algo that we started today, right? P&L is now plus 360. This is the only trade that it's taken. Closed over the 100. Got one. Oh, wait, that's on 20. So divide by 2 if you ran 10. So it's 180. Is that right? Yeah, 180. You divide by 2. So I'm running 20. And I got stopped on balance on the rest, which is fine. Okay. So I'll take that. The others, here's the exponential slope. It's down 467. And this is the other, and it's up. The long is up. Let's see, let's go to the shorts, longs. Okay, so the longs are up 246. The shorts are up 150 for a total of 400. Okay. back to the low, back below the first hour of point of control. They shifted the first hour point of control up a little bit. Please adjust. 78. Good night. I didn't see that. Will not take any trades here in this case. I'm going to imagine some kind of news just came out, but whatever, doesn't matter to me. And I'm not taking this on a free fall. Just not. It V shapes back up, so be it. Yes, and NQ now negative on the day. I don't have a trap to work off of, and there's no point in me doing anything else. Blew up on the 50. Back into attempt the first low, the first hour low. V shape's not a shock. Just what we've been doing. Again, they're just going straight one way, then straight the other. So you got me. Got to be news dominated. Look at that, just bullshit. Straight down, straight up. Back into the point of control. Man, that is so tough. You know that? Anyone know what the news was that drove it like that? Wow. That is some serious bullshit. Serious. I think that's actually going to fire. Yep, I was afraid of that. I would never ever want that trade. I'm going to let it run, but I would never want this trade. That totally sucks. Freaking news environment. Guys, this totally, I don't know who's speaking or what they're waiting on, but this smacks of someone speaking somewhere. It chops, it chops, it chops. They say whatever it is that they've got to say, and it rolls. Oh, they said something else? Roll it back the other way. I'm telling you, it's the hardest environment to trade. Okay? I'm not trying to get y'all to not trade, but holy shit. Look at that PA. Look at this. Just, you got the initial pushes, and then just, now we've been stuck in a little tiny range. I don't understand the upside of this. Meaning, how it benefits me when we trade like this. And then we come to a dead halt. Look at that. We moved down 96 to 517 to back to 97, and we stopped. House Speaker Johnson intends to finalize the health care bill early next week. That's all that came out. We now have IB low, stat set, and IB high potential as well. Let the Globex low. Guys, this is terrible. I'm probably going to leave and just let the trader handle it for me. I, I can't stand when we wick back and forth on the same bar. I'm just telling you, this is hitting all my weak spots. Fast, fast, come to a dead halt, grind, 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 wait for the next person to say whatever they're going to say. It hits every weak spot I have. Okay, we're not flowing in any kind of reasonable way that I can trade confidently. And I'm just not going to sit here and go, oh, well, no big deal. When we keep hovering around zero, you know, it seems like the market's, I don't know what it's doing, but it's not trading the way I need it to trade to manually trade it. So I'll just leave it to the trader assist. It just isn't. I know I'm probably wrong, but this is no fun. mean, what in the world? And now we hover in a 5-point range. Algo should be fine. Yep. Look at that. Got all three plus 710. TMP above below 100 is about 500. And this one even got positive 290. Crazy. Just totally annoying and crazy. Now we have the whole 1 hour bar, and guess what they can do? Let's just slide our way all the way the F through it. Fuck. We're back above the 100. We're back in the range. I'm telling you, shorting here. It's just a complete bullshit moves. I don't know how they're dominating the futures like that with the options, but man. I'm glad the algos work because I could not trade this manually very well when it trades like this. The blue dots on the turn on the 40 tick traded very well, as have above the 100 on the 24. And I'm probably just sticking with that for now because everything else kind of sucks. I will fire along if that prints. Just FYI. 24609. Not bad. Up 1K on 20, 500 on 10. Everyone doing okay on that? Is everyone showing the same numbers I'm showing? Jason, can you confirm? Yep. Okay. Perfect. That's good, man. And this is a hard environment to do that in. I know manually I couldn't do that well. That was pretty much perfect, guys. Couldn't have done it better. If that forms a white bar down at 25,579 3/4, I will be short. If that does. I'm short. Stops 24 points. Short entry. I'll take this every time. So 79 brings up 99 plus 4. That's my stop. Okay. And I'll scale accordingly. But I'm going to try and see if I can hit this 25,550. May not be able to, and I may get stuffed, and that's all right because I'm just following it in process, right? If you don't like the trade, either flatten it profitably, which you can, for a few points, for whatever reason you would do that. Otherwise, I'm just following the process, right? And by the way, when I mean hate, I hate this price action. Okay. So, but everyone should know, right? You can take a trade beyond process, get a stop, just go to the next trade, stay with it. It's what the algo teaches us, right? But boy, I wish it was faster. It is taking a very long time to make this trade work. This is what I was concerned about. This is where I do really poorly for managing that trade. Where meaning I want to get out of it. I don't want to let it just play out, but I'll let it play out. We're right now, first hour point of control, and I would have liked to sweep right through it. But stop is a stop. I'll just leave it there. Guys, we all know this should have scaled by now or done something, so the trade's at risk. It's just sitting here. It's just, geez. I'm going to take the stop or the win either way because I'm going to follow those dots, but I hate this trade. With a passion now. Like, come on. There we go. Scale 63. Try to get 62. I was late. It's not a very good trade, but 79 to 62, I'll take it. I'm still at risk on the trade. I'm trying to take my next scale at 25,550. And I was a little baby crying about that, but it worked. Joyce, do you have the same numbers on yours? On your algo? No, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the algo I posted this morning. Are you running it? This one. So your numbers should be pretty good. What do you show? You should be about $500. I'm sitting right at 550. You can move it to 551 if you want to front run it by a point, but it's been going through the 550. Got the 550. So it's 79 to 550. Pretty good. 30 points. Flat at the balance. 37. That was a great trade. Boom, boom, boom. I sure did whine about that. Took forever, didn't it? Anyone else get paid on that? And Brian, are you running the new algo? Good job, Brian. Jason, you got paid. Good job. Man, I whined and complained about it, but I'm not going to cover it. I'll take the loss. If I'm wrong, the odds are just too good. Okay. That algo is very good. That trader assist is very good. Just FYI. Wow, and I covered early. Nice job on the trailer, Brian. There's the IB stat taken care of. That makes my day. Ed, you get paid on that? This right here, Joyce. I called it literally in the room, the orange dot right there. Right underneath the 100 and 200. Awesome. That one was manual. Yeah. Yeah, that one was manual. That's the one I sent you this morning. It's just running 20 instead of 10, right? So you should have the exact same numbers on that. And then this is the above below. That's running right where it was, about 500. And that is taking them everywhere. And it's at 590 on 20 as well. That sucks, Ed. I'm really sorry about the IBKR thing. $25,679. $579. Wait, valid entry at 25,679. Ed, can you clarify that? 679 is above where we're trading in that 933 area. Are you just earlier? Did you mean 579? This is the other one that I thought was okay. But barely. I didn't take that because it was so close. Ed, I'm confused where you're getting those numbers from, my friend. Nice trade, guys. Pretty amazing how slow we got. That's all I gotta say about that. Great trade. We had one trade and that was it. No ebb and flow to this market. You just gotta wait to strike at exactly the right point, or they'll give you nothing. Back to that point of control. Just wait for the signal to form, or leave it alone. That's my suggestion. But I truly think this is retarded. I really do. Like no one's trading it. We're just picking off. We picked off a trade and that's that. But there's no one here trading this, and it's unfortunate. And the reason I say that is because this makes no sense with the way it's trading. Zero. It traded better pre-market than it's doing right now, right? But these massive V's straight up and straight down, screw that noise. Oh, you know what? The auto trader's is long. Forgot. Got some scales off too. So there you have it. That trader assist is just freaking kicking ass. Everything else is struggling. Over the 100. Wow. This kind of market kills rhythm traders like me, right? You think you're looking for a rhythm and it's just not. It's just pushing the volume around. It's just not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just me, right? I want a rhythm to it. I want it to go up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't want it to go A, B, C, D, then do an A, B, C, D back up. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't want it to do it. That's all. They're welcome to do it. There's no law against it. It's all okay. It's just not my market. It is the algo's market. Algo loves it. Boom, look at that. Should have gotten all its scales. Needs a few more inches. Needs a few more inches. Yep, got it. Wow, nice, Jason. Good job. 100% agree. I've got to get one more little scale here. If I can get that, I'll show 15, otherwise 13. That should have stopped. Oh, there you go. Not yet. It's about to. It'll be 13, Jason, I believe. Yep. 13,362. Pretty good. Pretty good. We'll be back in a second. Hey Siri, call Bill Morgan. Hey, the algo was great, man. It did a great job, especially on today. I'd had a very hard time personally trading this, so
Yeah,
I just thought it was great. That's all.
it's yeah, that's good. Yes, all the above. It's gonna fire again, right?
It just did.
Yeah. It just did.
Whether you want it to or not, it just did.
I think it's good. A big volume into low.
I saw that. I missed it. I need like a freaking alarm when that happens.
Yeah, but this one's a little.
That was a little trickier because you've got the
It's the challenge I'm running into. I've got to get both my longs and shorts. Because I was short and I fired long, but I didn't have the longs on, so it wasn't a problem. So I've got to get aligned. I
right.
can't be because I think the way I have the shorts, this one's going to stop.
Did it stop already?
I,
Looks like some news came out. Or whatever. Who knows from the way it's trending.
thinking about minutes, so it's just like, whatever. It's just what it is.
Today's a very difficult day in general.
I'm not running any of 25. Is this one? Shit, they're all through. Shit. Did it fire on this one? Yeah, it fired on that one because it's above all. Okay, that's why it's better. No, I could do anything with them. I'm
Okay.
running different ideas.
Mine didn't fire for some reason there. Do you see that?
Yours should have fired.
No.
Yours didn't fire because you've already gone past the second sequence.
Got it.
So
Okay.
yours didn't fire. Mine fired because it's got to be above the 200. It's got to be above the 200 and the 100. Because we're just running into the problem. I'm back on November 3rd, this thing doesn't perform well. November 3rd. So it didn't perform well. And
Well, what happened
so
on November 3rd? When you say didn't perform well, give me the down day number. How bad was it?
I think it was like $900.
Oh, that's fine. That's not bad. That's not.
I mean,
You know.
maybe 13 or whatever. But it didn't perform well because we closed it above the 100, but the 200 was below the 100.
Yeah, but if we keep doing that, like I can probably find as many examples of where it performs well inverse.
But here's what. Okay.
No, I'm with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, right? You're right. I'm just saying where that becomes a challenge for me is, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, are you
Right.
gonna, do you, yeah, do you keep flipping one way than the other? Like I can find what I'm trying to say is I can probably find as many examples of good days as you can find of bad days, right? Like when we keep trying to fine tune for that, and I think you got to fine tune for like what you're doing. Oh, I don't like it when this does it, so I'll live with the consequence.
I think I have an answer for it,
Okay.
but the challenge comes down to is I think it has to do where we are in the overall trend. I mean, November 4th wasn't a bad day. It was totally trend down, and it only lost $300, $331. But the third, it was down over, I want to say over $1,000. And is that bad? Why is that not on my stop? I don't understand. I gotta look at it. So I'm running several different ones. I have one now where you have one that's just closed above the 100. I have one that just closed above the 200 because a little bit more leeway. It's a little harder. It gives you a little bit more. Then I have one that's got to close above the 200 and 100.
Okay, and are you just gonna test them all the way back and see which one comes out better overall?
Right. I want to test the one I'm running today. It's got to close above the 100, 200. I'm going to go back and test that back in November. Back in early November and see how it does compared. Because I'm also running that, that I showed you that I showed you the volume coming out the low.
Right.
It was off the 1 minute, and then I went to the 24. That one's done pretty good today too.
Okay.
So Yeah, I got too many irons in the fire.
Well, you need like a spreadsheet to see which one's performing better over time. This is really good with the diamonds. It's really good with the diamonds. Like I couldn't find many days. I'll go back and look at November 3rd, but I couldn't find many days where it just didn't perform well.
I just started back testing. So I'm not really trading. I'm trading just my bell count, very small today. I don't need the stress. I got enough crap on my plate right now.
I'm trying to see what happened November 3rd, but not enough days loaded. Chart
Fire again.
settings.
They just pushed down on volume again on me. Yep. They just pushed down on volume again. I want to work on the 1 minute trader eventually because I think that's how we're going to catch the big swings.
Okay.
I think that's how we're going to catch the swings. I mean, it caught the low today. I got to talk to Sean. I mean, it caught the low at basically 940, 924. I mean, it nailed that low. And we could have got the low at right around 9 o'clock. And then the one at 10:05 it got. So I've got to figure. Sean was going to work on see if once we closed above, look for the backside test. And so, yeah, I got to talk to him. I have not talked to him yet. But the short side works.
So, like when you just say they push down on volume, what do you say? Because I just see them pushing right back up, Bill. That doesn't make any sense to me, is what I'm saying.
Well, you look at the 5 on the 1 minute.
Right.
See how big that volume is?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
That told me that they're launching it.
They're launching it up or down?
Up. As soon as you close above that guy, it's going to, they trapped you.
Okay.
Because I put the dots on here too. Do you have one with the dots?
No, but if you'd send it to me, that'd be great. I just don't understand when you say sometimes you're like, see that guy, and I'm like, it was moving down when you said that.
Exactly, but then so that guy gets trapped once we close above him. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the volume, I'm looking for the dot, and basically, and the bars got to be greater than the moving average. A lot of times, sometimes I'll get a yellow dot, and the moving average will not be greater than.
So are you saying that the market should go up from here or down? It's totally confusing listening to you.
I thought when we came off the low at 920, we were going higher. But then when it failed, where you took your short,
right?
I thought it was short because we failed to hold the 5 minute high. We were basically broke out on the 5 minute. We didn't hold it. And then I figured because the whole trade today was value. From value every high to value every low.
Bill, understand that the way you communicated that something just now, right this second happened that would make us go higher or lower. You understand that, right? You're not giving me any, well, I'm not mad at you. I'm helping you. The context you just said it in, right? The context you just said it in said we are going, that's it. Like you said it, that's it, right? So what was it? I don't see anything on my chart. Well, so can you explain that, please? Like, would have you taken a trade right there? Right when you said that's it, would you click long or short?
The long I thought occurred when we closed above.
What time, please?
926.
Bill, listen to what you said. Look, here, look. I want to hear you something. I'm sitting in front of a light dome.
I'm step away right now because I'm getting mad.
But I don't understand how you communicate, and I'm trying to understand it. Do you understand? Okay. Okay. All I asked was, were you referencing earlier or right this second? That's all I'm asking.
I said, if you look at, this is what I said. This is where I get struggled with you also. I said, you look at the 820, the 858 low, the 926 low, and the 1003 low is what I said. And you didn't pick that up, I guess, for whatever reason.
I didn't.
Those are the lows that basically mark the highest volumes going into them.
Super. That makes sense. I agree with that. I saw that.
Therefore, once you close above that volume bar, you trap that guy. Now the question comes, do you get a backside test or does it just lift away? And that's the question I can't answer. The one at 926 just rocket shipped away.
The answer to that is it depends on the day's price action. I've thought about that a lot. It depends on the day's price action. Today, who can tell? Because we're just ranging. You cannot tell.
At 1003, it basically, once you close above, it backside tested. According to OM, he says most of the time it backside test. Now the question is, I don't know that answer. I'm just taking his general word, not knowing if it's good or bad. That's what I've heard him say.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I'm also sure that he's not long at the one, that he's using the 5 minute on these big range days. Now how he does it, hell, I do not know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't believe him because the 5-minute bar is so freaking big. What would you possibly use as a stop?
Well, he's playing, in my opinion, he's playing breakout. So he's basically putting he's either doing two things. He's using the sign, getting in early because he believes it. He sees things, and he has an insight that he thinks it's going to go higher.
Yeah.
He'll get in early and risk it early. He'll do his size, or he'll do what we do. He'll put a buy stop up there, and he'll basically, as soon as that thing launches through the price action, he's long.
Right.
And that's how he does it.
Believe all of that.
He does. But I've never seen his executions. I don't know. I'm not in his room.
Yeah, and I've listened to several of his videos, and I have my suspicions. That's all. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about, but he always says after he's in and after it's profitable, I'm in the trade.
Always, absolutely. You never know when he's in.
Right, which means you don't know if he's actually trading or not. Does that make sense?
That you have. He used to call out his trade before I was back in 2021 or whatever when he first started doing.
Right.
He basically said, too much pressure. Too much pressure. He said, this is not what I want in life. He says, I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how to fish, but I'm not going to tell you how I'm getting it. But I'll tell you when he's short long, but you don't know when that's going to happen.
Right.
So he chose not, because he just doesn't want to have stress. And I understand. I mean, you talked about it before.
Right.
I mean, just like being short today. You didn't like being short. I thought it was a good chart. But it just didn't move.
I hated that short.
So, where I think we're going today, I have no idea anymore. So, I know that my initial goal is I thought we'd go to value very low today.
Right.
After we basically gapped up, we failed back in the range below value high, and I thought we were going to go to value. Now, the direction was going to get there. I wasn't sure.
And can I tell you a little secret for you to think about?
What?
Everyone in the room who thinks like that, there's nothing wrong with thinking it. I'm in that basket too. Everyone who thinks like that are the ones who aren't making money. And that is infuriating.
Thought, but basically, you turn your shorts on, right?
Right.
That's what you did. I turned my shorts on.
Got it. I understand.
So that part's the only thing. I turned the shorts on. I leave the longs off. That's all I did.
Right.
Because I can't have the long going over the 100 because I'm still short. So
Right.
The current setup will go long and short at the same time.
I totally understand that and agree with it.
The first long over the 100, I was short. I
I
was still short.
I totally agree with that. So
That's why I didn't.
no, I'm with you. I'm just trying to give you some insight, right? If you coached with me, like if you sat in every coaching session, everyone who does what you're doing, and there's nothing wrong with it. You're doing it right. Your read is correct even. I'm just telling you on the micro level, everyone who does that, they're all struggling. I don't know why. They all struggle. And I think the reason for that is I think that the odds on that are between 50 and 60% on a very micro level. And I think our algo doesn't match. I mean, we've been trying, but when I stopped thinking like that, it made it easier, I want to say.
Well, yeah, you still think that way. And the reason why I say that, you took that short today thinking we were going to go lower. No doubt in my mind. And the only thing that gave you, and you took that short because it was below the 100 also. But
Right.
you already thought we were going to go lower. I'm a bet man. Because we basically went to the 62 retrace, which I'm sure you have drawn out, and we failed it.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
I'm assuming that's how, and so you were looking for the short setup.
It just went through the 100 and 200, and I'll short it every time it does that. Like this blue dot here, I know it's probably going to stop, but I would short that every time. Through that blue dot right there,
That's it.
I would short that every time. I know it's going to stop here because of the PA, but I would short it every time. There's just no question in my mind.
I don't know why that didn't fire short. I don't know. Let's have it set up so it doesn't fire short. Oh, it's not on the turn bar. That's why it didn't fire short. But the one short I have set up for the dots is for the turn bar only.
But I think this market's a total scam, if you ask me.
Oh, it's helter skelter. I mean, it's absolutely. I'm not. Or it does. I agree with you.
This is just pure bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
Is all
we're
it
12,
is.
we're 12, I mean, 11, yeah, 10. I mean, there's not much to do now. We're going to go sideways. I mean, we had our shots.
We got paid. I got no problem with it.
Right. So we got paid, and that's all you can expect. And we basically went in a 3-day balance. We broke out above it doesn't matter. We're just in a balance. Just big ass balance.
Right.
So, and what was November 3rd? I'm going to see that. Why was November 3rd such a challenge? Always thinking of the fixes. November 3rd. Oh, we gapped down. No, November 3rd was. We gapped up and we basically trended down most of the day. The 4th was a gap down. But, yeah.
This market is such a scam, I can't even tell you. Such a scam, and I can't even describe to you how agitated I am by it. This whole thing where we just move all of it in the first half hour is just bullshit to the extreme.
Let's see. Oh, we gotta have another diamond down to go long. This one go long? Let me see. Where's my line? This one fires on.
Although I do think we have a Fed speaker coming up or something bullshit like that.
What do you need, sweetheart? Yeah, we need some diamonds down. Diamond down. I'm glad it worked. I just gotta figure out which one to run. I think I'm gonna run above. I think I'm gonna run above the close above the 2 and 100, and that will keep me in line with the other one, with the short side on the version. That way I won't get caught short and long at the same time. And change the sequence a little bit. So the answer, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
So to move your stop the way, I didn't understand what you meant. So if you go into your modular trader
Yeah.
and you go down to IN 53.
Yeah, I'm writing this down. Go ahead.
Okay. And so that tells you the distance you want the stop to move to break even or whatever.
Right.
So you put 7 points. So then you want the stop to be 24 points after it moves 7 points.
Right. And then I want it to move the other way. So what I don't want is the initial stop that happens when it just jams it.
So if it doesn't move 7 points, you're gonna get the 24 point stop, right?
Now this thing's gonna go long right here, and I do not want it to.
See, no, well, you don't have a you don't have a dot down. I mean, don't have a slope down. You have no slope.
Oh, okay, got it.
You gotta have a slope down for this thing to go. We haven't had a slope down since the low. Yeah. We haven't had any slopes down since the low. There's no white dots, any white diamonds, so it's not going to go long up here. Now it might go long, but anyway, in your trader assist, I am picking the distance it goes. So I have mine set when it goes 7 points. I move it to -60. Why is mine fired long? Mine fired long up here. Mine fired long
Mine did not.
because of this one right here. I'll bet you.
I'm telling you, this is the most scammy market I've seen in weeks. Weeks. That they can do this is horrific. Just, it's awful. I mean, why the straight up all of a sudden? Why the straight down? Like, who's controlling this motherfucker?
Great question.
Huh?
That's a great question. It's a different setup.
$40.
Yeah, 40 is what you're going to go to. Doesn't get it. See what it does. Okay. Guys, I don't want long. I gotta look this. I gotta test it. Everything. Test it. Test it. Test it. So changing how I have mine set up is once it goes 7 points, I move the stop to -60. Direction. That's -10. Okay. Stop. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is Bill, I'm very frustrated. I don't know why the market's trading like this. I can't tell, and I can't make any big trades. I'm just gonna leave the algo alone.
Yep.
I don't understand the other thing I'm frustrated with is I don't know why you keep trying to avoid any down day, right? Like, I don't understand why I don't understand why you call a down $900 day a bad day. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me when you say that, because if I had to do that myself, I'd be going nuts. Personally, I'd be going nuts because I don't know how to make the function of that work, right? It would make me scared all the time of trading if I go, oh, 900's a horrible day. Even on 6 micros, right? I would just go, it's just a day, is all I would say. And so I don't understand that part. Like, if you want to say, hey, let's see if we can improve it, I'm all right with that, right? But I don't understand how November 3rd, I went and looked at it. I don't understand how it's a bad day, right? I just go, it's a day it lost $2,000. That's all. That's how I look at it. Right or wrong, that's how I look at it, right? And I just go, okay, it lost $2,000 on this day. That happens. That sucks, right? But I don't understand how to make that work in my head. Does that make sense? Like I understand the different ideas.
Here's the reason why I brought that up. Because you always ask me, where does it fail? And I always say it fails, it doesn't work good. So today I brought a day to you where it didn't work.
Right. But that wasn't a horrible day. That was just a down day. Right? Like that wasn't a minus 5,000 on 20 contracts. That was just like a, yep, I got clocked kind of thing. Right? And that's why I asked that. That's why I asked that question is, why do we, I don't understand why you look at it that way. I don't even know that it's a bad thing. I just don't understand. That's all. And that's the only reason I was asking. I don't understand why that is. Like when I look at today, I just know I should not be manually trading this today. Right? And I shouldn't be manually trading it because the moves are jerky or wide flowing or whatever word you want to use for it. Right? And I don't, so anyways, that's all I don't understand. Right? Like I don't, if I said, well, these are the characteristics of 100, 200, and it makes like the way you do it, yesterday you made $200, $700 less with that 7-point stop than if you did it without the 7-point stop. That was the net result. Was 2,000 or you had $1,400, right? And then some days it didn't make any difference, and some days it was a worse performer than the other way around, right? And it didn't matter. But that's how it worked, right? So at any rate, that's all I was thinking about is, well, how does that work exactly, right? So anyways, that's my 2 cents. That was all I was thinking about. And I don't know what you're thinking. I know you're frustrated because you can't get paid. And I don't know how that fits into your thinking of how you're doing these models. Does that make sense? Like maybe these models are turn on certain days and don't turn on certain days, right? Maybe maybe it just can't do it every day. But either way, we don't know what those ways are. Does that make sense? We just don't. We don't know what those ways are right now. Like when I look at today manual trading, it worked if you took the dots. Either way, it was balanced, and either way, it worked. Okay? But I don't understand how the market is operating right now here. We're just, other than it's in balance, right? And that's all I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. I just maybe it's because of the position you're in. It just seems like you're trying to weed out anything that's negative on the algos, and I think that's very difficult. That's all. So that's all I have to say about that.
So what you're telling me is the 7 points moving after going 7 points and moving to minus 15 performed worse than leaving at 24.
It did by $700.
Okay, that's not the impression I got from you yesterday. That's okay.
Well, I ran both of them. I ran it both ways.
I hear you, but that's not how I. Once again,
where it outperformed was on the downside. When you got underneath, your way performed better if you didn't have the fill. Meaning if you took the bars anywhere, that's where it helped because it helped underneath where you were getting killed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's where it helped. For better or for worse.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're above that thing, it does not help. All you do is you cut off the potential extension to the upside. Do we have any reason why we're running straight back up? Any in the world?
As you stated earlier, we're the 1 minute bar, the 1 hour bar, it's free to go back to the high.
Yes, it is.
So you're basically, your upside targets are basically 673, 60, back to the high, just grind mode.
Right back into the overnight points of control.
Yeah. So that's the challenge, Yep. So the volume one took these. So decide which one to run.
I know which one I'm running. That one over the deal works great. Like I just, yeah, there's no question in my mind that that's the correct thing to do. Like zero correction in my mind as to how to be running that. That's my entire thought process on that.
What are your scales at?
The same as yours. I didn't change them.
I thought you were scaling quicker than that.
No, I left it just like it was and tested it. It ran pretty good. There's got to be someone speaking. When we trade like this, I'm just missing something on the schedule. I just am. 11 a.m., 11:30 Bowman speaks. Okay. I'm just missing something on the schedule. Plain and simple. I am missing something on the schedule. There's a reason why we're trading like this, and I don't understand why. And it really sucks. It's been 3 days in a row like this now where we're just wide ranging and random. And I cannot figure out manually how to get the rhythm on this thing. We've just ripped straight up for no reason, effectively. No reason, effectively. We're just ripping straight up. And I don't understand why the rip straight down or the rip straight up. It doesn't matter other than I want to get my fingers on it. Right? I saw that big volume at the bottom, and it's a balanced day, obviously, but it sucks that we open up with these open drive hires, and then we just sit there and grind all afternoon to get anything back. Anything back. Just sucks. Nuts. We just did a 170 point rotation, you know? And there's no way there's no way to fix it. That's all. So, and then I am getting, the reason I'm frustrated with you, Bill, I know why. I can't get you to recognize when the market's exceptional and you don't know how to make money at a pinpoint location. What I mean by that is, let me explain it. Okay. What I mean by that is, see that volume off the bottom that you pointed out at 9, whatever it was obvious, and the one at the low, right? See that? 10:05. And we got above it. I don't ever see you, don't take this personal. There's nothing you could have done about it today or any other day. You don't ever go and say, that's the trade, right? That's the trade I was looking for and it's long now. You say it verbally, but you don't ever position for it, if that makes sense. And that's what drives me nuts about it. That's it. That's what drives me nuts about it. You don't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. You just don't ever go, that's my trade and I'm going to nail it. And it would help you if you left one micro when you did that and just said, I'm leaving that micro on because that's my trade and that's the turning point. And I freaking know that that's the turning point. So therefore, I'm going to run that trade. And it would help you immensely if you did that. But you don't. And that's where I get frustrated with you. That's all. And then you try to make it all systematic all the way through instead of looking at the way you trade and the way you think and go, oh, I know how this works. This is what's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. And then you trade it, which would be great. But you don't. And then you get flustered when you try to make it all work all together, like you try to avoid your assessment on algos that don't work. It's the same with Sean. Y'all do the same thing. It doesn't work. Like you turn it off if it's testing, if it has one bad day, you go, that doesn't work, right? And the answer to your question to making money goes, when you saw what you saw there at 908, you should have been screaming from the rooftops, hey, that's big volume. We get over that, take your dots out. That's what you personally should have been doing, right? Not anyone else in the room. You personally should have been pounding the table on that, right? And for some reason you don't. And I just don't understand why you don't. Okay? There's nothing wrong with the fact that you don't. I just don't understand it. That's all. That's all there is to it. And I wish I did, so then I could go, see, Bill, that's what your trade is. You know that trade. You point it out every time. And you could do the same thing with what's his face. That guy is totally obsessed about getting the volume on the turn, But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be the volume on the turn. It could be get the volume and then start taking every dot above that volume or below that volume when you get it. And you would have the same or better results than he has because you would always have the momentum. That's your secret sauce for you because that minute volume thing totally ticks for you. Like it's not confusing. It's not like you say it all the time. Oh, that's the biggest volume. If we get above that, we're gonna go. We'll draw a line above that and look at every circle you got. That line was.
I know, I have a program. So I tried to show you that yesterday.
Did it take them all?
Yeah, we talked.
Okay, and you should have gotten paid, right?
I have that. I have that program. That's where I have that particular setup program to take the dots.
Okay, and how did it do?
But the challenge you run into, if there is a challenge, I mean, I think it tested okay today.
Okay.
I mean,
So what's the challenge?
if you wait after the first move down, I mean, it still takes stops on the way down, which what it does, which is fine. But it took trades. I mean, if you waited till after the initial move down, it turned out like at 9 o'clock, it did fine. It did totally fine. It basically made money today. I gave it to you. I think I already gave you this one.
I don't think you did. Not with 1 minute. If you'll send it to me, I'll test it. But that's fine. And all I have is a thing with the squares and the stars.
Because it took it. So you go wait after the three. So that one got paid. At 9:19, it caught that one. Caught the turn here at 9:21. And then it shut off. Then at 9:28, 9:20, 9:20, 9:26, it caught the low. It was long. And it took a stop at. It took a stop at that one. It depends if you put a 24-point stop, it wouldn't have got stopped at 9:33ish.
Right.
And then so it basically caught the turn. It did a good job today.
Where doesn't it do a good job?
You like if you go back on Monday when we had the trend down. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday. It was trend on 20 days. Tuesday, where we pushed down. So Tuesday, we pushed down on Tuesday. We take a stop. We take 2 stops in a row, basically. Because at 9, same ones. Because it put volume into, I'm pretty sure it put volume into it. But for 24-point stop, you might have got to scale the first one. But the second one's a total stop, which is fine. And then it gets a scale at 10:30. And then at 10:30ish, 10:33, gets long. It's long again at 10:35. So basically, it breaks even on that way down. So the question comes down to, is it worth the risk, or do you wait till it gets above? And that, I can't answer that question yet. Because there was no really difference at the, let's see what the volume looks like there. Where was the volume there at 10:30? Just, yeah. See, the one at 10:11 where it had volume, but the way I could fix it, it's got to be above, right?
Why does it have to be fixed? What's wrong with it? Traded break even. Isn't that okay?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, so what are you trying to improve on it then, is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, probably. I'll need to go look. I haven't gone back and looked, but it's basically waiting for the volume, oversized volume to come in before it goes long. You get the oversized volume, and then once you get it, it starts looking for the dots up on the 24. And it takes 2 trades for every volume down. And for today, it does a pretty good job with the turns. I mean, it probably ended up, I'll have to rerun it. I mean, but it's probably good for turns, but I don't think it's as good for the answers. I don't know, because most volume dots you get on the 1 minute, you get slow. Not always. Today's the case. We did not get these push-up head volumes into the high, and that's the challenge, where you get volume into the high, but without the slope. It's usually the volume going into the high, and the down bar is usually it's possibly exhaustion, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So that's the challenge by doing that. But it's something I'm working through. I mean, I don't have the answer yet, Simon. I didn't run that one today, but it did okay based on off the volume that we were just talking about.
Okay. So there's your diamond down. So hypothetically, your next algo up is going to lift, hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Back to go slow. Up the 200. Damn, above everything. Push down. Let's go flare this one. No, second flare this one. Oh, it is go flare. Second flare there. Let's go flare on this one. Different flares.
All the way back.
Back to mid.
I just don't understand the all in, all out mentality. It's just weird to me.
Steel bro. Line bars. Oh, we're at 10.3 for the average 1 minute bar. That's what you call grind. And the fix it down. Put the fix it down. There's the fix. 16. 16. Interesting. Wings up. 2. Get button 5. Average. Let's go flares. So I agree, Simon. Part of my issue is which album. That's the question I got to come up with.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
So I am. So that's a $600 question. Which one am I going to run?
I mean, when I go count the 50 tick charts today, it's
50 tick or 40?
40. It's one, like just start counting from 9 o'clock. 1, 2, on the turn, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one would have been hard to take. 7, and nothing so far. We're just retracing back up to the top of the balance area for whatever reason.
And that one you don't care if it's above, but below the.
Yeah, not at all. So
That one. Tip bar. So there should have been 2 trades on the turn. One at 9 o'clock and one at 9:25. On the turns, the 40 tick.
I really like the 40 tick on the turns. And it's really good when you go look at it overall performance. If you traded 4 micros on it, just in general, you'd be in really good shape. If you let it go for extensions, you'd be in really freaking good shape if you could line it up with location. And that's just in general. That's not specifics. Just pull up any day and go look at where the dots form, and you would get some major rippers if you lined it up with, don't do it overnight, but if you lined it up during the US session, you would get some huge rippers on the trades in the direction of, on the turn. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I have a program. I have the docs program on the turn above the 200. And I think it's got to be above. I have to relook at it again.
Right.
But I don't think you need that because you have the other one with the slope. But yeah. Okay, I'll send you the 1 minute to 24. I showed you yesterday, but I'll send it to you. I'll send you. I won't neuter it. The one I neutered today. When I neutered today, how'd that do? Neuter one. Yeah, the neuter one caught the long only, right out the low.
Okay, well, it can be neutered as long as it makes money. Not a problem.
When I neuter it, what I do is I really put the restraints to it.
Right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that if someone doesn't want to lose money.
But you still have the same problem because even when I say neuter it, I basically put more restrictions on it. It's got to have right now the 1 minute. There's no slope requirement on it, but when I put a slope requirement, it's still on that Tuesday. It takes 2 stops, which is okay, but then it catches the long, so it's basically a flat day. And then on that Tuesday, it catches the long, and catches the long there. So maybe this is, and for today, how to do today? Wednesday, it caught the low Wednesday at 8:30, or right around 9. Cut that long there.
Oh, I forgot you got a
Stop. When.
you've got a Fed speaker coming up.
Yep. This one didn't do too bad today. After the first hour, we caught the low. This one ran pretty good today.
Well, there you go.
This one ran pretty good on the swings. But I gotta go back and see. Okay. This is what you would call the bill of conservative trade, where it puts all the restrictions. It does the 1 minute volume bar, plus it's got to have on the 24 ticket, it's got to have a slope on it too. And what that eliminates trades at the high side today where it took those trades. It didn't take any of those trades because it got volume, but it didn't have a slope. If that makes any sense.
Right, that does.
So what I'll do is I'll send you this volume chart, see what you think of it. It might be the way we can catch the turn. Maybe. If we're interested in catching the turn.
Okay.
I don't know. Is it something there's where I'm struggling with. Do we want to try to catch the turn, or do we don't care about catching the turn and try to catch the other ones that are within the trend? I don't know that answer. That's where I'm struggling. If I give up trying to catch the turn, I don't know why I'm trying to catch the turn. If I'm trying to catch the swing, it's really what I'm trying to do.
Right. Well, that's because you've been listening to OM and he seems to do it like all the time.
Yes. So
And
I'm
I think
trying
that
to
makes it
catch
pretty freaking tough.
So, yeah, and this just focused on the long side too. So I'll send you this experimental, and this thing fire again yet? Nope. Oh, it's going to fire now though. Well,
If
yeah,
it
well.
points up there, yeah, well.
Yeah, we'll fire. Sitting right at value very
Well, you're
high.
coming into a Fed speaker in just a couple of minutes. So, and he's a big one too. Whatever that guy, I know he moves the market.
There's a lot of volume up there anyway. You got how many dots? 1, 2, 3 dots at the high. 3 dots at the high.
And now you've got a short signal.
Because it's below the volume dot at the high.
Yeah. We're coming back to get some breath. And why it makes any sense or needs to make any sense, no one knows.
True statement. That's that one. Just trade that today.
See, no common sense whatsoever. Just let's run it up. Let's run it down.
Yeah. True statement. Just follow the volume. That's all you gotta do. That's you're good at. Get below the volume. And I'm pretty sure you probably take the short manually.
I already covered it. It's right in front of the Fed speaker. There's no way else short in front of them. All he's got to say is, I think we should cut and fly. But this is frustrating, to say the least. I'm going to bring it right into that low. Right on time.
So everybody run 3 contracts? Is that what you're running on the trader? 3 regular?
I'm running. Oh, wait. How many regular? Or I'm running 20 micros.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was 3.
Essentially, I was just testing with 3, but I think everyone's running micros. They can't handle the drawdown.
Yeah, the 24-point drawdown is huge. I agree. 90 degrees, get slow. We get done. Don't know. To the mid. Back in the top of the range. Trader and send to you. Save this for second. So we get rid of this one. So what I'm going to do with the trader is there's going to be 4 tabs on the 1 minute trader. And for the trader to fire along, it's got to have a dot on the 1 minute trader on a down bar. It's got to have a star on top of it. It means that the volume is larger than the moving average. And then once it does that, it goes over to the 24 tick and starts looking for the up dots and takes the first 2. Now, and also on that, I also will take if you get a divergent up bar into the low with a dot and a star. So it's basically going to be a green bar with a white inside. I will also use that as a base trigger off the 1 minute. It usually has volume also. And I'll use that to start looking for so that's going to be his second tab. The last tab, the third tab, it requires, you'll see a modular builder added. It requires that on the 24, the slope is also going to be included along with the 1 minute volume, and that reduces the number of trades also. But that might be a better trader for catching levels for the swing. Not sure, because it still has, and the issue comes down to we want to take 1 or 2 trades, and how we fix that is the distance between the first signal and the second signal. And so I'll let you look at it.
Okay.
And the answer might be is to catch the swings, we use the 1 minute trader. That's what I was thinking about yesterday morning on the walk. We use the 1 minute trader to catch the swings. I need to talk to see if he work on the he was going to see if he could do the backside test. So that's 1 minute to 24. So that is the experimental assignment 1 minute to 24 trader long only. And it ties the 1 minute bars into the 24. And the reason why the bars are blue, you'll see a shaded blue. It's highlighting where the bars are. They're highlighting. I guess they're gone. Oh, I'm on the right one. So when you see blue bars on it, that's where the volume starts
Okay.
on the 24. That's where it signals that we have high volume on the 1 minute. And then I'm starting to look for the blue dots up.
Okay. I can deal with that.
So look at it, see what you think, see how you think you can improve it. It's trying to catch the turns more than anything. And I don't know if it's better to try to just use the 1 minute.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Close above the volume bar. And the reason why it's really hard to watch both. I don't have enough screens to see the 1 minute, and then yeah, it's a screen thing. But I do believe the 1 minute tells us when the turns are coming.
Okay, well, cool. I do think the 1 minute tells us when the turns are coming. It's just,
Is it important?
well, I don't know. All I know is I'm looking for the trade that, I think it's good as is. We'll figure it out. It just takes mental capital to figure that part, to figure that part out, and
Agreed.
we'll get it the best we can.
Agreed.
Okay, my friend. I will talk to you in a little bit. I'm going to get some lunch.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Or see
I
you.
know.
Bye. Hey Siri, call Edward Boyd.